going on, guys? Juan here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another vlog. Yeah, we're doing another one. After doing my first one just a couple days ago, I actually really enjoyed it. And even during editing, I was like, you know what? I could get used to this. So we're going to give it another shot today. Today might be a bit of a busier day for me. So it might be actually a nice change from the last one. And I wanted to bring you guys along so you guys could see what a busier day for me is like, especially during the pandemic. I got like 3 projects on the go right now, which is why I'm at my desk. Gonna get some of these done, or try to get some of these done before I head out at around 12 or so. My friend Nicole is just in the city next over in Mississauga, so she has some free time. We're gonna go hang out and enjoy the weather, maybe get a coffee, and I want to introduce her to you guys, showcase her, and maybe talk about a few topics that I think she could provide some really good insight in. But like I said, we have like 3 projects on the go. I want to finish at least one of them before I head out in a couple of hours, so I'm just gonna get dialed in and I will catch you guys when we head out. All right, guys, finished my work for the morning. Gonna head out in a couple of minutes. I was a lot more productive than I thought I would be. Finished one project I really need to do and got a head start on another one. Gonna come back home and do it later. But we're gonna go meet up with Nicole now. The weather is really nice today. After having, like I said, I think a couple days ago, we had some snow, which is typical in April, but usually not till later. So, sorry, I got an email. We at least have some nice weather coming in. There goes the music. We at least have some nice weather coming in that makes this whole pandemic a little more bearable versus the winter.
Goddamn lens cap before I forget.
It's the only reason I'm meeting up with her is for this goddamn lens cap.
Dun, 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 dun.
Thank you. Nicole seems to think you keep the stickers on the hats.
I didn't even think that it was on. Am I breaking the sticker?
No, you're fine.
47 approved.
Oh my god. I can't believe I got that.
Oh man.
NSHAPS, ladies and gentlemen. Just got burgers. Just gonna meet up with her. We ended up driving separately. Oh my god, we haven't even got, it's like before, you know when you go to the movies?
Yeah.
And it's before the movie?
Your popcorn's done.
You eat all the popcorn?
Us and like going to like waterfront location.
We just got finished having some solid burgers, catching up. What did you think of Apache Burger?
Out of 10, I'd rate it a 9, but I still think that Burger Drops has the #1 burger in Toronto, 10 out of 10, but Apache was pretty good. Their fries were immaculate,
So the reason I brought Nicole on here was because she's probably one of the most talented creators that I know in the city, and she probably hates the fact that I'm saying that. So I'm gonna let her introduce herself, and then I also want to talk on, because we had very similar starts to our creative journeys, because we both kind of pivoted from, well, she was in kinesiology, I wanted to get into kinesiology, and then we kind of both got into videography and content creation through sports and university. So you can obviously see the parallels here. So I'm going to let her introduce herself, and we'll kind of get started on a topic, because I think the one thing we want to touch on was the biggest piece of advice that we both got when we first started as content creators, or whatever you want to label us as, because I don't really think that we know how to label one another yet. But
what up, I'm NSHAPS. I am a Toronto freelance videographer. I used to No, that's not what I'm gonna say. What up? My name is Nicole. I go by SHAPS or at NSHAPS. I'm a Toronto freelance videographer transitioning to cinematography, and I'm happy to be on the vlog. So as Juan mentioned, both of us kind of come from a kin background. So I went to Laurier for kinesiology and I graduated in 2019. And in my last year, I was the athletic therapist for the men's basketball team. Shout out the men's basketball team. I love those guys. That was probably the most pivotal year so far of my entire life because I had gone through all 4 years thinking that I was going to be a strength and conditioning coach, but I picked up a camera and kind of fell in love with it. So when I was training with the men's basketball team during the games, we had two. Josh was another trainer that we had. So he would do most of the in-game stuff, and during the games I would shoot, and it was just for fun at the beginning. It was pivotal because at first I didn't know if I could really make a career out of it. I thought it was just going to be like a side hobby. I thought that I was going to do like strength and conditioning as a full-time career, but it just happened that it kind of caught like a lot of attention because we didn't have media. Like the school didn't even really know we had a basketball team. So by me capturing some of their content, it kind of brought attention to the team, and it was something that I felt like valued doing aside from the whole athletic therapy thing because it caught a lot of attention from the school. So it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. The whole team treated me like family, to be honest. So my 4th year, I really thought I was going to be a strength and conditioning coach. That was the end goal. I was going to go to like Ohio to do my master's and everything. And the video stuff just kind of took over like mentally. I would be in the middle of like writing an exam or like doing an online test, and I'd be thinking, oh, I should do that transition, or like, oh, like I really want to finish this edit to this song or something. I don't know. I think the biggest piece of advice, like as soon as I graduated, was from my mom, and she was like, I was asking her, you know, like, should I do strength and conditioning full-time and then video on the side, like part-time, or should I just do like 50-50? She was like, honestly, like, if you just want to do video, like, just do it. Like, she really gave me the freedom and the confidence to be like, you know what, if I don't use my whole degree that I spent 4 years doing, it's okay, because your plan usually never works out when you have one. There's always going to be like bumps in the road. There's always going to be like problems that you have to solve along the way, and it'll steer you in whatever path that the universe will take you on. So here I am. I think I'm like 2.5 years full-time as a freelancer, and I still like absolutely love my job like every single day. So yeah, best piece of advice is to just do it, and if you have a plan, don't worry if it doesn't fall through or whatever, because I don't practice kinesiology. Like fitness is like so long gone, and yeah, so that's all from me.
So the kind of comparison that we have, like the difference in the comparison that we have is that, I mean, when she went to school for something completely different, I actually went to school at Ryerson for this media style of work, but I think the comparable is that like I was a writer. I didn't really know what I wanted to do at the time, other than writing, and I didn't pick up my camera until my 2nd year of university, and that's when I kind of fell in love with like visual storytelling. And like same as Nicole, like I started working in my school's athletic department, so it was kind of that understanding and that realization is that you like to tell stories and you like to capture moments. And again, very similar to her, like just creating a bond and connection with these people, and like it was just something that consumed me and that I would think about all the time. My best piece of advice that I got was when I started working in the industry was that your biggest competition is yourself, and that the only person you should be really worrying about what they're putting out and how good they are, and comparing it is to the thing you just put out. And I think it's allowed me to kind of be more balanced in what I'm doing, and also not be so hard on myself as a creator, because like I've only been doing this for 3.5 years now, and it's still like something I think I'm relatively new compared to other people. But as long as like I don't compare myself to others and I do what I'm telling myself I'm doing, kind of like how Nicole's mom said to her, is just jump into the water head first. I think that's been the biggest piece of advice, is that the biggest person you're competing with is not the person you're following on Instagram or like your close friend or whoever, it's the person that you're looking at in the mirror, and that's yourself, and you have to make something better than what you just put out.
I'm obviously really grateful to have my mom be in full support of going into something, even though she fully just paid for like 4 years of school for literally no reason. But there is actually a good reason to it, and like I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for the degree, if it wasn't for like the basketball team, if it wasn't for like the community that I had built within my university years. Like when I first started, I combined this whole like sport with video, and it's hard to like just start in video if you don't have something to like pair it with. So if you look inside, if you like really ask yourself, okay, what are my interests outside of video? Like, do you like cooking? Do you like, I don't know, little bakeries, or like something that's not video, and just take those two and mesh them, and that will make you so much more unique. It'll create a lot less friction when you go and do something, because you already like that one thing, but you're just adding.
It's like attaching a passion to something you want to get into.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like for me and for Juan too, it was sport, and like we loved sport, and like adding this whole video element, it just allowed us to be so much more creative, and like I don't know, it just like I feel like you probably get into that flow state a lot faster, versus like if I were to do like a video for a dentist or something that's not, it doesn't like resonate with me, you know? So there's definitely something to say about like taking the time to reflect on who you are and like what you are really drawn to, and then taking those things like about yourself and putting that into your video work, because you'll stand out a lot more if you do it that way.
To kind of sum up what we were talking about before, I think the number one piece of advice that we both give, it's like just do what you have to do, and like just jump into it. Don't be afraid to. And then also don't be afraid to compare your own work to yourself, but don't compare yourself to others, because that's what's going to kind of cause that imposter syndrome. And at the end of the day, you're going to find what you want to do, and you're going to enjoy it more if you just give it time. It's not going to happen right away, and that's okay. Do you have any final words of advice?
Shout out Apache Burger.
That's all good. But enjoy your drive back and enjoy your shoot later. Okay. Who doesn't love coming home to some packages? If I am correct, this is a mat for my desk. Shout out Oaky Wood on Etsy. I ordered their felt and cork desk mat to complete my workspace, so we're gonna kind of see what it looks like. You guys are getting an impromptu unboxing. Wow, it's actually really nice texture. You're gonna notice it hasn't rolled out all the way. Obviously it came in a tube, so it's gonna have to flatten out for a bit, but really nice wool mat for my desk. Just kind of ties it together, and I just don't want to scratch it. It's brand new right now. I don't want to scratch the material of the desk, the wood. So nice little addition. Shout out Oaky Wood for the great product. If you guys are looking for your desk mat, definitely hit them up. And that does it for today's video. Hope you guys really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun just getting to catch up with Nicole and, you know, getting out of the house, having some good food. Really happy to bring someone like her on board. She's one of the most talented creators I know in the city, and one of my best friends in the industry. If you guys haven't followed me anywhere, which you should, 77J Morales, you probably already see me and her have worked a ton in the past. So make sure to check out her socials. I'll leave them down in the description below at NSHAPS. Check out her Instagram. Check out everything she's done. Unbelievable DP and up and coming star in the creative world in Toronto. But like I said, this is the end of the vlog. So if you've made it this far and you watched the whole thing, trust me, I'm so thankful. Really, really appreciate you guys making it through the entire video and following me on my day. If you haven't yet, or if you're new here, please consider subscribing down below. Like the video, it would help a ton. I love and really appreciate the support from everybody so far. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.